Jim Cramer story. These are now my social media stocks. All right, Cramer talks about what stocks are hitting in social media. Facebook, Snap, Twitter, Pinterest. Earnings were about at the expectations. It was about at expectations, Cramer said, about the earnings reports on Facebook, Snap, Twitter, and Pinterest. None of them had perfect results, but Facebook and Snap had run going into the quarter while Twitter and Pinterest had sold off ahead. So Facebook and Snap got pulverized while Twitter and Pinterest caught fire. Let's now see if what he's saying is right or not right. Let's go back to our watch list today. All right, and let's go look at Facebook. Let's go look at Twitter, Pinterest, and Snap. Let's analyze them real quick. Facebook, undervalued, good deal. Twitter, way over its value. Again, doesn't make it a bad stock. Pinterest, way over its value. Doesn't make it a bad stock. And Snap, way over its value. Notice that out of the four social media stocks, Facebook is the only one that is undervalued. Let's look at further. RV, upside potential on Facebook, good. On the other three, all below 1. So Twitter, Pinterest, and Snap don't have really good upside potential. These are stocks that you trade, probably not stocks that you hold on to, whereas Facebook might be. Look at safety. Facebook is a safe stock. Tells me that when earnings comes out, the stock tends to meet or exceed earnings. Twitter, Pinterest, Snap, earnings come out. These stocks are iffy if they're going to hit earnings or not. Remember, earnings is the engine that drives the stock's price higher. Last but not least, even though the fundamentals on Facebook are there, the stock is not going up in price right now. Twitter is, by the way, going up in price right now, even though the fundamentals are not good on it. It is at least in an uptrend right now, whereas Pinterest and Snap altogether. Look at Pinterest and Snap. That's what I like to call three-time losers, whereas Twitter right now at least is moving up, and on Facebook, the fundamentals in the stock are there. 4 different stocks, 4 different ideologies about how to trade these stocks. Earnings growth rate on Facebook, growing in double digits. Pinterest, on the other hand, is growing at 43%. Even though the stock fundamentally is not sound, the stock's not going up in price, but they are growing their earnings. Not sure why the stock is going down as much as it is, but it is. It's because they're not making money. They might be growing there. What's their earnings? There it is. They have negative earnings. But now, even with the negative earnings, they're trying to get back into the positive territory, even though they're growing their earnings at a clip of 43%. Interesting. All right, this is why we analyze the stocks in the VectorVest software to get what I like to call the rest of the story. Let's go take a look at these graphs real quick. We'll right-click. We'll view the stock graph. So out of the social media stocks, which ones would you like? Facebook was up and down all throughout the year. Love the earnings on Facebook, but up and down. All it takes is one story about Facebook leaked out information that affects it. Bam, it gets hit. And then it runs, and then the coronavirus hits. Bam, it gets hit. But earnings overall looks good on the stock. Just be careful with Facebook right now. Right now, approaching a level of support right here at 178. Just keep your eyes on that if you're trading it. Same thing with Twitter. Twitter is a lot more volatile. Look at the big pull-off to the downside on Twitter and watch earnings. Look at the earnings fall. It is still higher than it was a year ago, but look at the fall on the earnings of Twitter. Next one, wow, Pinterest. Man, oh man. So the stock is growing its earnings at a clip of 43%, but look at the price. Look at the price action on Pinterest, and the last one is Snap. All of the social media stocks are feeling the effects of what's going on in the coronavirus. It's tough to pick any one of these, but they did make the news, so we're corroborating the stories. It's tough to pick any one of these if you're going to try to get into them. All right, let's see. Are there any questions? Keep your eyes on the VectorVest MTI. Sorry, I just got in. Can you repeat what your coronavirus stocks are? Rajiv, I'm going to have to see if I've got time at the end to go back through it. There's 28 stocks in there. What's a good entry for Facebook? Let's go look at these stocks real quick. That's a good question, Charles. Let's go look at Facebook again. What am I looking for? Probably looking for a bounce off of this level of support, either here at 178, or better yet, notice that I have moving averages on here. And what are my moving averages? They are, what are they? I don't want that. There they go. EMA 30, 10 and 30. No, I'm going to put on the 3 and the 8. I'm looking for a 3-8 crossover to the upside. So yeah, the stock's price is going down. The 3 and the 8 are still negative. I'm looking for the 3 to go above the 8 before I jump on board with it. Massive bear flag. I got a flag here. Yeah, I do. What we also would call it a wedge. Look at that. And it's a falling wedge. Look at that. So that is, is that what you're looking at, Cool Hand Luke? That is definitely. So what am I looking for? Another way to determine if I'm in it or not. I shouldn't be holding it, but if I am, as long as it stays into the wedge, that's fine, leave it alone. I still wouldn't be in it right now, but a wedge is a good way to at least look at it. Number 2, if you're still holding it and it breaks to the bottom of this wedge, you probably need to get out. All right, you probably need to get out. All right, so Cool Hand Luke, hopefully that's what you're talking about. But there is a wedge or a flag, however you want to call it, but the impending side of the move is to the downside. Can you add MTI or RSI to see if you have a bearish divergence? MTI cannot be added to a stock. MTI can only be added to a market timing graph. RSI, though, can be added to the graph. That's going to tell me if the stock is overbought or oversold. Even if I put RSI on here, I'm going to think that the stock, from a technical standpoint, let's go to technical analysis. Let's go add RSI. I'm sure that the stock is probably at a level of being oversold. Oh, not quite. It's still just above 30. So it's not there yet. It's not there yet. All right, but it's very close. So it's not at the level of being oversold, not until the RSI drops, and these should be RSI 10, not until it drops below the value of 30 on RSI is it considered to be oversold. But you can add any technical indicator onto a graph. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. Now, if you're new to the software or would like refresher information about the software, click on this Getting Started video right here. Thanks to all of your input, here's a YouTube video that we think would be perfect for you. Click right here. If nothing else, folks, just hit the subscribe button right here.